See if it's going. Hello, y'all. Marner's going to let me start today, if you can believe that. How about that for an amazing change of events? There's a little fair use notice. Make sure you memorize that. There will be a quiz soon, I'm sure. All right. Well, today we're going to talk about, as it was in the days of Noah and Lot. Yeshua was talking about that. Again, this is showing us that there is no pre-tribulation rapture. So get ready for the tribulation, the anti-Messiah, and the return of Yeshua. Should happen in a few years. Okay, and of course, you know, all scripture is taken from the Son of Man Bible. You can get that over at BibleSupport.com. Get eSword at e-sword.net. Luke 17, Yeshua is teaching his disciples about his return. So let's pick it up in verse 26. As it happened in the days of Noah, even so will it also happen in the days of the Son of Man. They ate, they drank, they married, and they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, even as it happened in the days of Lot, they were eating and drinking, buying and selling, planting and building. But in the day that Lot went out from Sodom, it rained fire and sulfur from heaven and destroyed them all. After the same manner, this is Yeshua's words, after the same manner it will be in the day that the Son of Man is revealed. Yeshua related his return to Noah's flood, so let's look at the flood to find an important element of his return. Genesis 7:1, Yahuwah said to Noah, "Come you and all your household into the ark, for I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation." Verse 4, "For in 7 days I will cause it to rain upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. I will destroy from off the surface of the ground every living thing that I have made." We jump to verse 7. Noah, his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives went into the ark together because of the waters of the flood. Jump to verse 10. It came about that after the 7 days the waters of the flood came upon the earth. The rain began, which I call day 1, and fell on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, which of course then stopped raining in day 40, at the end of day 40. On that very same day, Noah and his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, entered into the ark. Notice that Noah was rescued into the ark only 7 days before the flood, not 7 years or more before it started. Noah's story would fit in an end-time scenario inside of a Tishri 1 to Tishri 10 timeline. That's the 7th month. First day of the 7th month to the 10th day of the 7th month, between the Day of Trumpets and the Day of Atonement. Noah was not delivered 7 years or more before the wrath of the flood, only 7 days before. That was Yeshua's point in Luke 17:27. Here it is right here. They ate, they drank, they married, and they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Right up to that very day, things appeared to be sort of normal. But then the wrath came. Now let's see what we find in the story of Lot and Sodom. Lot's Lot. Genesis 19:12-13 says, "Then the men said to Lot, 'Do you have anyone else here? Any sons-in-law, your sons and your daughters, and whoever you have in the city? Get them out of here. For we are about to destroy this place, because the accusations against it before Yahuwah have become so loud that Yahuwah has sent us to destroy it.'" And in verses 15-17, "When morning dawned," this is very early in the morning, "the crack of dawn, daybreak, the angels urged Lot, saying, 'Get going, take your wife and your 2 daughters that are here, so you are not swept away in the punishment of the city.' But he lingered. So the men grabbed his hand and the hand of his wife and the hands of his 2 daughters, because Yahuwah was merciful to him. They brought them out and set them outside the city. When they had brought them out, one of the men said, 'Run for your lives. Do not look back or stay anywhere on the plain. Escape to the mountains.'" Hey, that sounds familiar. I know my wife wants to do that. "So you're not swept away." And up verse 23-26 then. "The sun had risen upon the earth when Lot reached Zoar. Then Yahuwah rained down upon Sodom and Gomorrah sulfur and fire from Yahuwah out of the sky." Notice that's Yahuwah in heaven, here, raining down. And the guy on earth was called Yahuwah also, which was probably Yeshua himself. Gomorrah, sulfur, and fire from Yahuwah out of the sky. He destroyed those cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and the plants that grew on the ground. But Lot's wife, who was behind him, looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Everybody knows that story. Anybody that's spent any time in the Bible or Sunday school or Shabbat school has heard that story. Look at Yahuwah's timeline here at Sodom. The angels rescued Lot and his women at dawn on that day of wrath. Lot made it to Zoar just after sunrise, or a little bit when the sun started getting hot, just before the wrath fell. Lot was not rescued 7 years or more before the wrath fell, but barely 70 minutes maybe, or at the most a couple hours before. Yeshua made the point quite clearly in Luke 17:29 right here. But in the day that Lot went out from Sodom, it rained fire and sulfur from heaven and destroyed them all. The same day. Oh boy, Lot was rescued on the same day of the wrath, just minutes or a couple hours at most before the wrath fell on Sodom and Gomorrah. Not 7 years or more before. There's no pre-tribulation rapture taught in these scriptures, folks. The pattern is either the same day, within minutes, or within a week. You must recognize that these two cases were Yeshua's two precedent cases in point in Luke 17. It's not my story, it's not Luke's story. It's what Yeshua said. Read verse 30 again, unless you missed it. After the same manner, it will be in the day that the Son of Man is revealed. At Yeshua's Advent 2.0, he is going to rapture his saints just in time, minutes or days before he pours out his wrath to end this human age. Not 7 years or more than 7 years before Armageddon. That is what Yeshua said. That's what your Bible says. Rejoice and relax in him. He's got your back, soul, body, and spirit. But we are going to go through some tribulation. So get ready for a wild ride. Today we're just accelerating up the on-ramp to the low way of tribulation. The hour of darkness cometh. Tonight is the vernal equinox. Spring is beginning. So Happy New Year to everyone. The real Rosh Hashanah is tomorrow, the first day of the new biblical solar year of 7196. Month 1, day 1 begins on March 20th, 2020. So if you'd like to learn about the biblical solar calendar or join the Covenant Calendar Club, head over to studythecalendar.com today. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Marner, whenever you're ready, I'm going to try to get out of Marner's way and let her proceed now. So y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Just remember, there's no pre-trib rapture. You better be prepared to meet Yeshua. And probably the anti-Messiah. He probably knows our names, addresses,